Alright guys, so here was everyone's request. Here's Myfitnesspal. This is the home page. Now, once you set up your account, you'll have to add some details, and now those details will be logged in. I would not worry too much about their recommendations of carbs, fats, and proteins. Hopefully, out of this workshop, you have figured out what it is that your protein intake is and how you are going to handle this carb and fat intake. That being said, we're going to go to the diary and I'm going to take you through a typical day. So if I come to my breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, all right, I'm going to start off with breakfast. I'm going to add food. So I'm going to type in eggs. I'm going to eat 4 eggs. Log it in. I'm going to cook it in butter, 7 grams of butter. Add that. And then I'm going to eat curd, about 200 grams. Add that. And then I'm going to put honey, about 20 grams. So if I go to nutrition, you can see on the macros, 31 grams of carbohydrate, 36 grams of fat, 33 grams of protein. A total of 565 calories. Now if I go back, I'm going to go to lunch, and now all of these you see right here are things that I have previously eaten. So when you log in, you're not going to have any of these because you don't have a history to select from. So you're going to go search for a food, then you're going to, let's say, look for cucumber. Type cucumber in. Whoop. Click on it. Now it's going to give you a bunch of different options. Now I would always pick the options that offer the gram measurements. That way you can measure the cucumber, and let's say you eat 200 grams of cucumber, save that, and boom, cucumber is being allocated for. If you go back to add food, it'll show up on your history. All right, now anytime you see these little green options right here, those are the options that are most likely accurate, right? And so if you see all of these, those are accurate, and so I would select the ones with that little green tick. Now all you're going to do is you're going to accumulate food for the day. So we can add beef, let's say 275 grams raw, cooked in ghee. Whoop. Cooked in ghee, let's say 10 grams of ghee. And if I go to my nutrition and check my macros, boom, I'm at 130 grams of protein, 36 grams of carbs, 101 grams of fat. My calories are now at 1,596. So it's a pretty simple process. The only thing you need to do is start developing your little library of foods. What you generally will find out is that most of us kind of eat the same thing all the time, right? There will be times where we go out of our general selection of foods, and you can always just go and select those. Instagram messages. You can always just go select those options whenever you want, right? Get this process started. It's not an easy thing at first, but once you start accumulating some data, it gets much easier. And then you can always go to your nutrition, check your day view, check your week view. And so my goal is 2,801. I missed a Sunday, so my average dropped, but you can kind of always go back and check your data and have you been eating your total calories. So if you see here, net calories under weekly goal is 9,634, but that's mainly because I missed a few days of logging. I usually log my food now when I go outside of my general food choices, because my general food choices usually I have a pretty good idea of how much I'm eating. So my total is 3,000 calories. With this email that I have just sent with this video, you're going to be able to calculate your calories and get your starting point in terms of where your calories are going to be at. I hope this helps. Shoot me emails, messages, whatever you got to do to ask your questions. Let's keep this conversation going, because this is the holy grail: nutrition and sleep. This is where all the changes are made.